What is up, guys? It's your boy Baller here, and today I'm back with another brand new video. So today I'm actually going to be doing the weekly episode of the WFR, where I'll be actually talking about the biggest games that have happened every single week, and I'll be also talking about my team of the week for every week to tell you guys about some hidden gems that you guys might not have known about. And yeah, so now let's actually start right with the video. So actually, this video is actually recorded just after the Ballon d'Or ceremony, but it would be pointless to actually talk about the Ballon d'Or ceremony, considering that I actually previously talked about it in my reaction video to Tottenham's Ballon d'Or live stream highlights. So don't forget to check out that video to learn more about my opinion about the Ballon d'Or ceremony. And now let's start properly with today's video. So let's start with the games that took place on Saturday, and we was actually treated to a quite boring game between Manchester City and Southampton, even though it ended 1-0 to Manchester City thanks to an early goal from Erling Haaland, which actually put Manchester City into the first position at that point of time after they had won the game 1-0 with Arsenal and Liverpool playing on the next day. And I think that was actually quite a very good performance by Manchester City, as they really dominated Southampton very, very well rounded. But I think that really many people expected Manchester City to score more goals against the Southampton side, which was struggling very, very badly. So I think there's still quite a decent result for Manchester City. And now let's actually go on to probably the last game that I have to talk about on Saturday, which was actually the game between Inter Miami and Atlanta United, which actually ended up 2-1 to the home side thanks to goals from both Suarez and Alba. So this was actually a very, very good game for Inter Miami, as they actually was playing in a very dominant style of football, as they really dominated Atlanta United, and they had obviously a very good start with Suarez actually scoring in the second minute before Atlanta United star player Sabah Janitze, if I'm not wrong, managed to score a brilliant equalizer to tie up the game before another of the former Barcelona players Alba managed to score a brilliant goal to send Inter Miami to the next round of the MLS playoff. And so now let's actually talk about the games that took place on Sunday, and we will actually start with the game between Chelsea and Newcastle, which actually ended up 2-1 to Chelsea after Palmer's cancelled out Isak's goal to give Chelsea a very well deserved win against the Newcastle side. So he actually extended Newcastle's winners run to 5 Premier League games, and this really shows that Newcastle now is in a very dire situation, especially with them, if I'm not wrong, just only having gotten Isak back to full fitness, as he was actually rushed back into the team for this game, but he still showed glimpses of his incredible scoring form by actually scoring a crucial goal that would have put Newcastle United in contention to actually win the game. But I think that was just a very, very brilliant performance from Palmer that actually helped Chelsea to win the game. And for the first time, if I'm not wrong, I've actually realized that the possession for this game was actually very well balanced, as it was actually 50% possession for both Chelsea and Newcastle respectively, which is actually very rare to see, considering that both teams are really, really attacking sides and they do not really keep the ball that much, but that is a very, very cool stat. And now let's talk about the other game, which was between Crystal Palace and Tottenham Hotspur, which actually ended up 1-0 to the home side thanks to a goal from their talisman last season, John Philip Mateta, who actually has helped Crystal Palace to secure a win after 8 games without a win. And I think that was a very, very brilliant performance from Crystal Palace, considering that they were playing against the Spurs side, who, if I'm not wrong, the previous weekend had just trashed West Ham United 4-1. And I think that was really a very, very poor performance from Tottenham, as I think their entire team flopped against a Crystal Palace side who were very, very well balanced throughout that game. And now let's go on to the next game, which was actually, if I'm not wrong, between West Ham and Manchester United, which was a very, very wasted game for Manchester United, as they had so many chances in the first half, with Garnacho and Dalot missing own goals, especially the Dalot effort where he tripped Ariola, if I'm not wrong, or Fabianski before absolutely skying it into the stands. And West Ham actually took advantage of that missed opportunity by getting the lead after Christensen Somerville powered in a goal past Onana to give West Ham United the lead before Casemiro thought that he was the savior by actually getting a equalizer in the 81st minute to possibly get Manchester United a point. But I think this is where the huge controversy took place where Danny Ings, if I'm not wrong, was fouled by Delic in a 50-50 challenge, and I think that really it does not deserve to be a penalty, as I think there was too soft of a contact by Delic on Danny Ings, but VAR still gave the goal, and Bowen actually scored from the resulting penalty, which I think effectively sacked Eric Ten Hag, which we will talk about later on in the video. And now let's talk about the games in La Liga, and I think we really have to talk about this game between Real Madrid and Barcelona, which was a humbling by Barcelona or Real Madrid, with them scoring 4 goals at their opponent's back, at their biggest rival's backyard, with Lewandowski scoring a brace together with goals from Yamal and Rafinha. And so this, if I'm not wrong, is actually Lewandowski's 20th goal contribution in all competitions, which is actually very amazing considering that he really struggled for fitness last season. But so far, he has had a very, very good start to the season so far. And I think we really have to talk about Mbappe's shambolic performance against Barcelona, as if I'm not wrong, he was actually caught 9 times offside, and I think that is really really not so impressive considering that Mbappe is a very very fast player and always times his run perfectly. But I think it was just a very very poor game from Kylian Mbappe and Real Madrid. And so now let's actually go on to the next game, and let's talk about the game between Bochum and Bayern Munich, which actually ended up 5-0 to the away side thanks to goals from Olise, Musiala, Kane, Sane, and Coman. As Bayern Munich showed that their attack was really clicking with, if I'm not wrong, all of their front five all scoring. And I think this is a very impressive performance considering that, if I'm not wrong, Leverkusen actually dropped points against Werder Bremen earlier on in the day, and I think this was just a very very brilliant performance from Bayern Munich, and I'm actually rooting for them to win the Bundesliga, and hopefully Harry Kane will end his trophy curse. And now let's go on to the next game, which will actually be in the Premier League, where we had an absolute Premier League classic where Liverpool and Arsenal treated us to a 2-2 draw, with goals with Arsenal actually taking an early lead thanks to Saka before a flick on header by Luis Diaz, and Van Dijk was able to score from that assist by Luis Diaz. And after that, Mikel Merino actually gave Arsenal a controversial lead after, I think there was some controversy with Van Dijk possibly making Marino be offside in that particular instance. But I think Arsenal was still being awarded with a goal, and Salah took matters into his own hands with a brilliant goal after a brilliant pass from Darwin Nunez. And so now let's actually go on to the possibly the last match of that day, and we will have to end off that day with a really really good Serie A classic, with Inter Milan drawing 4-4 with Juventus. And I think that was just a really really very good game, as it was just two sides with very very good attack, but they had really really leaky defenses, with both teams conceding 4 goals each. But I think we really have to talk about Kenan Yildiz, who, if I'm not wrong, came off the bench, if I'm not wrong, and managed to score 2 goals to get Juventus a very very solid point. But they are still not able to catch up to Napoli, who actually, if I'm not wrong, won their game a, a day ago. And so now let's actually lastly just talk about the Eric Ten Hag situation. So he actually was sacked after very poor performances. And so guys, actually tell me in the comments down below, what is your opinion about the Eric Ten Hag sacking, and possibly Ruben Amorim being the new Manchester United manager? And now I'm actually going to be talking about the games that actually happened earlier today on the 1st of November, if I'm on the 31st of October, and in the AFL Cup we actually had a very very amazing game between Brighton and Liverpool. They actually ended up 3-2 to the away side thanks to a double from the Gakpo and a goal from Diaz, which actually helped Liverpool to beat fellow Premier League side Brighton to reach the quarterfinals of the competition. And if you guys actually didn't know, Liverpool have won the last two Carabao Cups if I'm not wrong. And I think they really had a very good performance against a Brighton side who are really, really very dangerous. But I think Liverpool's attack was just so fluent, and they had great teamwork to help Liverpool reach the quarterfinals for, if I'm not wrong, the third successive season. And we also had another amazing game between Manchester United and Leicester City, which ended up 5-2 to Manchester United in Ruud van Nistelrooy's first game as Manchester United interim boss, as a brace from Casemiro Fernandez and a goal from Garnacho helped to defeat Leicester City. And considering that Manchester United were in poor form and they had really yeah they had they were not able to score that many goals, as they had problem scoring goals through their attack. But I think that was a very very good attacking display from Manchester United, and many hope that Manchester United will continue their impressive form into their next few games. And now let's end off the EFL Cup review with the game between Tottenham and Manchester City, which actually ended up 2-1 to the host thanks to goals from both Werner and Sarr. Even though Matheus Nunes actually managed to get a concession goal just before halftime, Tottenham were just too good in the first 30 minutes, and that eventually helped Tottenham to beat Manchester City. And I think we also have to talk about Phil Foden, who really he was, if I'm not wrong, playing as a striker in that game against Tottenham. And I think that really ever since his poor performances at Euro 2024, I think he has not been the same as last season, where he was consistently getting goal contributions every single week. And I hope that at the end of the season he will still be able to regain the form that he had last season. And now we're actually going on to my team of the week. So for the team of the week, I'll be actually starting my goalkeeper in my team of the week. And I think that will actually go to, if I'm not wrong, Real Valladolid's Karl Hein from Estonia. And if you guys actually didn't know, he's actually an Arsenal Academy graduate. And in his recent game, if I'm not wrong, against Villarreal, even though Real Valladolid lost 2-1 to Villarreal, he still had a very impressive game, with him getting a 9.0 format rating, him getting 7 saves and a 97% pass accuracy. And this is actually very very good, considering that he has massive potential to possibly be the first choice at Arsenal next season, and so hence he'll be in my team of the week as my goalkeeper. Now let's go on to the left back in my team of the week, and I think it will go to Alphonso Davies, who really had a very very impressive weekend game against Bochum, as he managed to get an assist in a 5-0 victory over Bochum, with him getting a 96% pass accuracy and 100% long ball accuracy and 100% tackle accuracy. And I think that it is really good for him, as obviously many people are now saying that he is no longer one of the best left backs in the world. But I think that he still is quite good, considering that he was actually signed by Bayern Munich 5 seasons ago, if I'm not wrong, from Vancouver Whitecaps in the MLS. And I think that he will Bayern Munich will have to do their best in order to keep him away from Real Madrid, who are currently trying to sign him on a free transfer next summer. Now let's go into the centre back. I think it will go to Willy Orban, who if I'm not wrong, has actually featured in back-to-back WFR team of the weeks, with him actually getting a goal in Leipzig's 3-1 victory over Freiburg this weekend, with him getting a 82% pass accuracy and 100% shot accuracy. And now let's go on to the second centre back in my team, and I think it'll go to Sinadi Diomande from Auxerre, as they managed to get a 2-2 draw with Lyon. And so I think he is a very very good centre back with a huge potential, with him being just 23 years of age, and he actually got a goal and an assist versus Lyon, and he had a decent 77% pass accuracy and 100% successful dribble success rate. And I think that he'll be a centre back to look out for in the future. And now let's go on to the right back in my team, and I'll give it to Djibril Cissé from CDB from Toulouse, and he had a very decent game against Montpellier as he managed to get a 8.44 mock rating. He managed to get a 88% pass accuracy, and he also managed to get a 75% tackle accuracy. Now let's go on to the first defensive mid in my team of the week, and I think it will actually go to Casemiro on Manchester United. So he had a pretty decent game against West Ham United, considering that he had so many shambolic performances before that game against West Ham. And he had a really impressive game against West Ham with him getting a 8.6 for my rating if I'm not right, and I think he was the man of the match as he got a goal and impressive 86% pass accuracy and also 100% long ball accuracy. And so now let's go on to the second CDM in my team, and I think it'll go to Andre Santos from Strasbourg, who is currently on loan from Chelsea. So the 20-year-old defensive mid actually had a very brilliant game during the weekend with him getting 2 goals in an amazing game for Strasbourg as he managed to get a 93% pass accuracy and also a decent 67 long ball accuracy. And now let's go on to the first winger in my team, and I think it'll go to Zakaria Abukhal from Toulouse as he actually got 2 goals and 1 assist against Montpellier, and he also had quite a very good game as he has a 1.14 xg, had and he also was able to win over half of his tackles, and he was also great with aerial duels as he managed to win every single one of his aerial duels. Now let's go into the attacking mid in my team of the week, and I think it'll go to Jamal Musiala of Bayern Munich, as he actually managed to get 2 goal contributions within 61 minutes, as he actually also managed to get a 92% pass accuracy, which is amazing considering that he is playing in such a good Bayern Munich team where normally they need someone to create the goals, and I think that he'll be a very key part for Vincent Kompany's side this season. And now let's go on to the right winger in my team, and I think it'll go to Brian Mbomo of Brentford. And he actually had a very brilliant game for them as he actually managed to get 2 goals out of the 4 goals that Brentford scored, and he had a decent 69% pass accuracy, and he also had a 100% shot accuracy, which means that he pretty much finished off almost all of his chances. And now let's actually end off my team of the week with the player of the week, and I think he has also been in the team of the in my WFR team of the week for the most number of times, that will actually go to Robert Lewandowski, who at the age of 36 managed to score 2 goals in the El Clasico against Real Madrid at the Bernabeu. Even though he had only a 62% pass accuracy, he had quite decent stats with him getting 34 touches, 100% tackle accuracy, and he also had decent ground and aerial duels won. And now on your screen right now, you will be actually looking at a club ranking, and the club ranking is actually decided by, I will actually calculate it by using the number of points that each club has gotten, the number of goals they have scored, and the number of goals they have conceded, and it will be also added together with the number of clean sheets to actually get your ranking, and they are now currently on your screen right now. And on your screen right now is again another ranking table of the amount of times a player has been in my WFR team of the week, and so you guys will be able to see on your screens right now. And so guys, tell me in the comments down below, who do you think was your WFR player of the week? And so thank you guys for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure to like and subscribe to the channel as I'm trying to get 100 subscribers before the end of the year. And don't forget to watch 2 videos on the screens right now, which I highly recommend for you guys to watch after this video. And this week's shout out goes out to Paxton, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Adios amigos. Peace.